So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Barnes gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
Well, he's got such pace and quick feet. I can't wait to see him pick the ball up and burst into life. He has some explosive movement. He can cross and shoot, of course, but I also really enjoy watching his decoy runs. That kind of movement off the ball can be just as decisive as anything that's done in possession.
Yeah, still certainly be leaning heavily on him.
So off we go then. Barnes.
Can he get on the end of this?
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Arteta, that has not gone well. And back to the keeper they go. Saliba goes looking wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pino. He's on it, can he get away?
Arteta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's Rooney! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Wharton. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Johnson, now it's Pino. Great defending, strong and determined. That's a good ball out wide. Gordon will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Barnes. Lacroix. And Wharton. Lacroix. And Gahey. Mitchell. Lacroix. And Gahey. And it's Hughes. Lacroix. And it's Hughes. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Barnes! That was superb goalkeeping.
Barnes is offering a wry smile there. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gordon. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Van Nistelrooy plays it across. He's got tall. Harmlessly behind. Devaney looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a promising position. Cross needs to be good. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's Rooney. Lobbed in behind. Hoisted in. No, he didn't quite meet it right. And they've got rid. And here's Barnes. Ball driven towards the... Climbs up big! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unearned.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Jeremy Pino. And here's Mateta. Now it's Hughes. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Johnson. And here's Mateta. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Can he get it through? Pino. And it's Hughes. Saliba. That's a lovely, neat pass. Kane. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lofted in. Oh, what a climb! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Wharton. Stood up well to him there. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Milan deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Just eases him off the ball. Barnes, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, nearly, but not quite. And he's gone looking for safety. Crystal Palace have the chance to go the other way. Wharton. Now he's off and running. Gordon. Rafael Varane. He's shifted it to the flank. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the shot! Hughes. And Wharton. Hughes. More and more pressure on the ball here. Still just a single goal between the sides. And here's Mateta. And here's Johnson. Played back. And it's Devaney. Flashes it across. And a chance! He scores! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Crystal Palace grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's had it taken off him. Mateta was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Distributed tidily. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Barnes turns back here, probably the best option. Reinders. Rooney. And Van Nistelrooy! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Now it's Pino. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Van Nistelrooy being hunted in packs.
Well,
He's tried one! That carried quite a threat. Crystal Palace are looking to break at pace. Oh, good spread. Gordon. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Pings in across. Tries to get it clear. That's a sharp pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mitchell. And here's Pino. Well seen. Saw that coming.
that was well played, well stopped.
Smoothly does it. Pino. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Pino! And he's taking no chances there.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's Kane. Varane picks it up out wide. Looking for options for movement. Now, what about a counter-attack? Threads one in. Johnson providing an outlet on that flank. Brennan Johnson. Crosses it in here.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 13. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Rooney. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Kamada. Mateta. Might be big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Kane. Now, can they get him away?
2 minuti di recupero.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And here's Kudus. And here's has a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Van Nistelrooy claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we've been given a lineup which suggests a 3-6-1 formation. Jim?
Well, I'd be surprised if this were to remain as defensive as it's shaping up to be, Peter. You know, even 3-5-2, and the second striker sounds much better in approach. So if this genuinely becomes an exercise in getting behind the ball, we're in for something rather unambitious and unadventurous. And I hope that's not the case.
So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Raphael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter. He's tough in the tackle and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Southampton have the chance to go the other way. No way through. Looking for the run. Rooney is wide and looking to get onto this. Downs. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. Perez was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
This looks promising. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Kane really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's managed to get rid. Ekitike! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He gets big. Harmlessly behind. Still goalless. Southampton were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
So much time and space here. He slings it in.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He'll try to keep this alive. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Harwood Bellis. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And it's been taken short. Ball driven towards the far post. Park Ji-sung, and the counter is on. And here's Perez. Just eases him off the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's found a way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Too long, and over the line. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Harwood Bellis. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Kane. Pass is just off target. Perez with the big header, and it's come back out to him. Goal, Milan! There is the breakthrough. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Perez providing an outlet on that flank. And he's there to clear it. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And this is a quick reminder.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
And the second half gets underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Turns and goes back. Crosses it in.
He's got to. Oh, he's hit the bar. He's missed, but not by that far.
I don't need to tell you he got underneath it, and there's only one place it can go.
Reinders. Now it's Kane. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there!
And there's the goal they've been looking for.
The goal scorer for Milan after 51 minutes is number 22, Ugo Ekitike.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played out to the left flank. Lovely feet.
He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They've played it short. Tries to play it through. Gets into some space.
Goes for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short.
Gets the shot away!
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Now that looks a decent ball. Shot could be on. And a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Saliba. Vieira. Ekitike being hunted in tacks.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Perez. Played in.
It's a mighty effort! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Kane actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. Ah, that's a fine interception. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Harwood Bellis. And Downs. That has been slung wide. Now his chance! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Oh, super ball! Rooney! It's Rooney! Reinders. Now, can they get him away? Kane! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Southampton
Number
choosing
13.
to make the first change.
Number 18. Coming on the field. Number 7. Number 46.
Harwood Bellis.
Number 2.
Downs. And this is Park Ji-sung. Can he get it through? Kane. Danger averted for now. That's a throw. Park Ji-sung carries the ball down the right. That is good strength. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Over to the left. Oh, sweet feet. Into the last 5 minutes. Oh, that's a key interception. Harwood Bellis. The less said about that pass, the better. Perez chasing after it. That ball looks a good one. And this is Rooney. Cleared away.
But he can't say there was nothing to aim for. What a letdown.
3 minutes added time.
Saliba. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's that, the end. Milan are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Ekitike claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Anyone appearing intoxicated or behaving in an
Thanks to
inappropriate
Jim
manner will
alongside
be
me,
removed.
and as the
Thank you
fans
very
make
much
their
for
way
your
home, so
cooperation.
must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Ake has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
Well, first and foremost, Peter, he's a solid defender. Never one to lose his man or get too distracted on something else, but he's also a very good footballer, more than capable of starting a counter-attack by picking out a telling pass from the back.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. There's the whistle, and here we go. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played into space. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That'll be a throw-in. Vieira. Out to the right. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Ambitious ball here. Caught offside that time. Rice. Palmer. Opts for safety. And it's Caicedo. Now, can they get him away? Pedro Neto picks it up out wide. Showing good feet. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Now, that is commitment to the cause. Tries to get it clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And the cross comes in. Oh, what has happened here? Can he finish? They want to be quick to recover. And again! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rice. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's Okazaki. Turns back here, probably the best option. Here's Ake. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Chalobah. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rice. Ake. Gusto. And it's Fernandez. Threads one in. It's a promising position. Gusto puts a cross in. Opts to play it back. Aims beyond the defence. Gusto is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And he's gone looking for safety. Half an hour played now. Ake. And he's forced to go back. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Shifted upfield. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Okazaki really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Okazaki. Great vision. Oh, cracking ball. Fernandez. Barnes. And here's Haaland. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Cucurella tries to clear. Tries to... He gets big! And another try! Cleared without hesitation. Gets a good foot in there. Caicedo. Fernandez. No outsmarting him this time. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. And it's Gusto. And he's picked it up out wide. Looking to play him in. Plays it across. Up he goes! Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are...
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Milan would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
There's the start of the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Caicedo.
He's looking wide. Pedro Neto receives it in a wide position. And that's played in low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Rice. And it's Rice. Well seen, saw that coming. Okazaki. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Gusto. And that's been drilled in. Can he finish? And that's caused a worry or two. And it's hoisted clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Rooney. And that has put paid to that. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chance here to counter. Pedro Neto. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Now it's Palmer. Looking for options for movement. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Gusto has it out wide and in space. Turns and goes back. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rooney. Can he spark a counter here?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Van Nistelrooy.
Fernandez.
Gets it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Cucurella. Liam Talat. He's a sharp little ball here. And he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's a good ball out wide. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's good running with the ball. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that has been clubbed away. Chelsea choosing to make the first change. João Pedro to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Caicedo.
Fernandez. Well, that looks a decent ball. Ake calmly anticipates. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10, Okazaki. Lascia il campo per il numero 13.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He won't be happy with that one.
Fernandez.
He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Garnacho.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Oh, he's played, and the shot! Off the post! And that would have won it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
And it's Cucurella. Cucurella tries to play it through. Garnacho gets into a good position. Kudus. The final 5 minutes. Could move up a gear here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Gusto chooses to go back. Now can he find a finish? He's had a shot!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Rooney. Adebayo gets it clear. It'll be a throw-in. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as dependable in the box as the man leading the line here.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
As prolific as they come, Peter, another Dutch predator who has such a desire to be on the end of anything that comes into the box.
Burnley have chosen to line up 5-4-1 here, it seems.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
And we're underway.
Plays the return pass. That's a sharp pass. It's played through for him.
Danger averted for now. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Walker. He's picked his way through. Well, there weren't too many attacking options there. Walker. Here's onto this. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Good ball, good take. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lovely pass, but takes a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Gordon. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Milan
Yet to have an attempt on goal.
Florentino Luis. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. He rises! In he goes again! Goal! Milan! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And here's Broja. Nicely spread. Gordon. Van Nistelrooy. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Gordon. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gordon absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean. Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
"30 minutes gone. Ugo Chukwu. And Laurent. Florentino Luis. Broja. Oh, good spread. Walker. That's really good defending. Walker got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Gordon. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Kyle Walker. It's Florentino Luis. And here's Broja. Ake. And it's Perez. And here's Rooney. Perez. Ugo Chukwu producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Walker. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and
There will be 1 minute added time.
Threads one in. He's gone for goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Just a quick announcement.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight-old game. Half-time, 1-0. Here we go again.
Milan really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Hannibal. Ugo Chukwu. That's Hannibal. Florentino Luis. And the shot! Reinders. Kane. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Gordon. Gordon going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a delicate pass. A header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Kyle Walker. Now Ugo Chukwu. Florentino Luis. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Played out wide. Stood up well to him there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Broja. That has been slung
The
wide.
attendance for this match was 29,950.
Decent progress down the left. Hangs in across. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Hannibal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Ugo Chukwu.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Substitution on the field, number 28. Coming on to replace him is number 25.
Florentino Luis. Burnley looking to pass their way through. And he welcomes it in.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply. Florentino Luis. Oh, that's neat.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Good ball over the top. Can he finish? In for the pieces. He's scored. And there's the goal they've been looking for. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Harry Kane!
Burnley making another change here. So they were calling for him, and now they get him.
Well, why complicate matters, Peter? You need a goal as quickly as possible, and it could very well work with him in the lineup.
Number 27.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight.
He has a look up.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And they're quick to get it back. Aimed beyond the defence.
And he's managed to get chance for a shot!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Substitution in progress.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Nankatsu
Knocks it into space.
delivers.
He's having a shot! Really well taken goal. Late drama, late goal. This will be one frantic ending. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Burnley give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Played in deep.
He's got tall. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Nankatsu.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes.
It's Florentino Luis.
And that's it. Milan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that.
Rooney claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Milan decisively doing what they needed to. I mean, let's be honest, it wasn't a fair fight to start with, so if they played to their strengths,
Hello,
there was always going to be one winner.
This is a lost children's announcement.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
La formazione del Milan. Il numero 4, Park Ji-sung. Il numero 10, Okazaki. Il numero 18, Van Nistelrooy.
So that's got things underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Cole Palmer could be standout here, Peter. We sometimes see him in a centre-forward position, but I like to see him play from the right side of attack, because that enables him then to be able to just drift inside on his left foot and then open up the pitch to see what he can deliver from there. And he's expert once he does tuck into those little spaces and pick out whoever's making.
He gets big and kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. Ball swung in.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Caicedo. Liam Talab stood up well to him there. Knocks it into space. Perez providing an outlet on that flank.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he's picked out the run. Okazaki! Now, who's going to be first to this? Throw-in. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedro Neto.
Driving on and making good progress. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Adebayo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's forced to go back. Still goalless. It's a really well-measured ball. Palmer carries the ball down the right. Oh, nicely intercepted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Reinders. That has been slung wide. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Out of play for a throw. Adebayo played out to the left flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Park Ji-sung is the team's great visionary. Perez. Van Nistelrooy. And he was quick to react. Now he's off and running.
Pedro Neto.
In with the challenge. Half an hour played now. And here's Perez. And this is Okazaki. And he's heaved it away. And they've got a throw. And it's Perez. Fernandez. And Adebayo. Cucurella.
Pedro Neto.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Aimed beyond the defence. Here comes the cross. Out for a throw.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
Looking for options for movement. That is lovely. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Fernandez. And it's Palmer. Cucurella. Adebayo. And Chalobah. And there is the half-time whistle. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end. But defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And we're off again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
And this is Perez. It's a mighty effort! No, not the best of headers. Caicedo. Fernandez. Over to the left. Cucurella. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And it's Fernandez. Pedro Neto. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Saliba gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Fernandez. That's really nicely played. Good ball, good take. Ake tries to clear. And it's Cucurella. Look at the space here. Played out wide.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Palmer is onto this. He's having a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. A vicious ball here. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Palmer. Turns back here, probably the best option. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Caicedo. Now it's Palmer. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, taken with style. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Numero 7.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Pedro Neto. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Park Ji-sung. Reinders looking to get on the end of this.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Can he get it through? Oh, it's a great ball here. Turns and goes back. And he's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Played out to the right. And here's Palmer. Caresses it through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's in on goal. Now, can they get him away? Rice gets it away. Now, who's going to be first to this? Kane was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And it's Reinders. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Caicedo for Pedro Neto. Palmer knocks it out wide. Gusto. Oh, that's nice. And the ball is out of play. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Dagli stand vicino ai cancelli. Un bel ricordo della giornata.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And this is now today's lineup.
Burnley have chosen to line up 5-4-1 here, it seems.
Well, a reinforced rearguard, Peter, and a compact midfield probably suggests that they're focusing much on giving very little away. I think if you commit to that, then you really can't afford to concede, because it clearly demands a quick change in approach if you do, which isn't always easy, because in the build-up to this, believe me, they'll have been working principally on organisation and shape in training, and it's not easy just to suddenly come out of that.
So we're up and running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this fella Reece James is one of the example of the glut of talent England has at its disposal in this position. He is the complete full-back, wing-back, just as good going forward as backwards. But in his case, I suppose it's all in the genes too, coming from such a strong footballing family.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Laurent. Broja.
Just eases him off the ball. Played down the flank. Perez gets into a good position. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 21, Robert Pires.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Florentino Luis. Walker. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Picked out brilliantly. Flashes it across. A header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Ugo Chukwu is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Now it's Rooney. Hannibal. It's Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker. Laurent. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking for options for movement. Rooney tries a shot! It's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Chukwu. Aimed beyond the defence.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And it's Perez. Reinders.
Played out to the right.
Chukwu.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Chukwu. Good ball, good take. Over to the left. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. 30 minutes gone. Perez, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Hannibal.
Out to the left it goes.
Now Chukwu. Plays a sharp little ball here.
And the finish!
And he's really put himself on the line here. And it's been taken short. And he whips it in. And he's there to clear it. Reinders.
Could move up a gear here.
And it's Okazaki.
Knocks it into space.
Walker
can get it clear.
Laurent. Florentino Luis. Laurent. Florentino Luis. And it's Walker. Chukwu. That's Hannibal.
2 added minutes has
Now,
been
what about
indicated.
a counter-attack?
Ekitike.
Floated through. And it's hoisted clear.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
And it's half-time here. So your views on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further.
Hello,
I'd always be
everybody, and
inclined
this
to
is a
go
quick
for
reminder to
the
let you
latter,
know that
go
you'll be
for a
able to
third,
catch today's
especially
match
with a full
broadcast
half of
live
football
on
still
our
to
club's
play.
FM station.
Milan sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
And we're underway again. Ekitike. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Ugo Chukwu. Hannibal. That's an imaginative pass. Now the cross. It's a mighty effort! They've scored! The second half off to a spectacular start. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That ball looks a good one. Van this chance! Kyle Walker. It's Florentino Luis. Ugo Chukwu. And it's Walker. Now Ugo Chukwu. Tries to pass it through. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Ugo Chukwu looking understandably energised after his goal. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Ugo Chukwu. Spread out to the left. He slings it, terrific header!
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Perez. Tries to play it through. Van Nistelrooy! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Substitution on the field, number 10.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Just about up to 75 minutes.
Okazaki.
Lovely bit of skill. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ugochukwu. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Kyle Walker. And it's Walker.
And Laurent. Hannibal. Now Ugochukwu. Threads one in. Takes aim and crosses. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Substitution on the field, number 28, number 27, coming on the field, number 19.
There's the header!
Substitution in progress.
And somehow he managed to miss it.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Into the channel.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He gets big! Oh, extraordinary!
Florentino Luis. Kyle Walker.
Now Ugochukwu.
Florentino Luis.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Has been indicated.
And that has been clubbed away. 2 minutes to be added on. Perez. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Perez, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.